Hello, my friends. It's Jory with The Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and transformational coach, here with a probably pretty brief, I want to say energy report, but really more of a guidance live stream for February. It's a short month, and I think it's going to be a short stream because, once again, we have lighting issues. Today's been funny. It's been like a comedy of errors. We have 5 energy today, and so it's kind of like anything can go, anything can happen. And I feel like I had about 5 things that delayed this, but today's really the only day I could come on. So we're here, we're going to do some guidance with the cards, but I want to quickly tell you about February's energies. Get the hair as poofy as it can be. I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those days, guys. So we just finished January, which was a double 1 month. Every month, this month is going to have what I call a compound frequency because we're adding the 9 year of 2025 to every month, which gives you the same energy as the month, the number of the month. However, February, when we add the 2 of February with the 9 of 2025, we get 11, which is a master number. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit tricky with master energy because a master energy is available. It's a potential. It is a higher frequency that we can tap into, but we need to be within vibrational range of that frequency. We need to be able to match that frequency. So the 11, when reduced to a single digit, which is what we do in numerology, 1 + 1 would be 2. 2 would be the frequency of the peacemaker, whereas 11, the master energy is more public. It's more seen. It's there as a visionary to inspire, and to uplift as a spiritual messenger. It's very, very psychic. 2 is also psychic, but 11 is just because of the spiritual messenger, association, it connects more with the angelic realm and the non-physical realm. And it's the number that gives me my psychic ability and my ability to be a medium. Anyway, so we've got the energies of 2 and 11 this month. And I got to thinking about what the 11 does. I always hold up my glass of water for the 11 because it's like a high-pitched opera singer that can shatter the glass. So that's a very fast-moving frequency that shakes things up. And so anything at the bottom here is going to get shaken to the top. So any fears that we might be holding onto that are heavy and dense in our subconscious may be coming up right now, because it's like in Reiki, we call it a healing crisis, where sometimes I would do Reiki on someone and they would cry to release, or they would, a few extreme cases, they would actually vomit because all that energy is pushing everything up and out to release it, to clear it. So a lot of fears may be coming to the surface right now, but if you have done the clearing work, which I did a ton of when we had 11 energy, last November, you may be a match to that higher frequency, and you may be feeling the buzz of the 11 energy. It's very, very buzzy. The 2 energy wants peace. We just came out of the double 1, as I said. Double 1, the 1 energy gives us fresh starts and it gives us inspiration to start something new. It's like Aries energy, but it can get egoic. And the 2 energy just wants peace. It's not about competing. It's about us. It's about we versus me. And we are in Aquarius season, which is about the group, which is about humanity, which is about the whole, what's best for everyone, fairness and equality for everyone, but also remaining your individual self, which is so interesting because the 11th house in astrology is like the Aquarius house because it's the 11th sign. Aquarius is the 11th sign. And Aquarius is known to be a visionary and to be a futurist. But also because we have double 1s in the 11, it's about being individual. But when you add it up to 2, that's more than 1. So it's holding on to your individuality within the group. That's what Aquarian energy is. It's being your unique self and contributing your unique gifts and energy to the group so that we can have a beautiful, harmonious symphony of vibrations. And we all have that puzzle piece. We can each be our unique puzzle piece to fit into humanity when we are all our own individual, unique shape. So the double 1 of 11 can sometimes be a little bit ego, but it can also be extremely inspired because you've got 2 ones, and 1 is that new idea and new inspiration. And I've definitely had a bunch of new inspiration even just today, and I'm buzzing like crazy from the energy. If you recall, I mentioned that grounding is going to be really important this year because we are losing a lot of our earth energy and going into air and fire, which is very rapid and very quick changing. Hi, Shane. I'm so glad you made it. It is so good to see you. Yay, yay, yay. So I've been using my meditation wands, my Oregon meditation wands, and my earthing mat. And these are all things that I have through my site, my grounding mat. The meditation wands, I'm really excited to tell you guys really quickly. If you are in my group, the Blissful Knowing VIPs, or even if you're not, it's a public group, you can check it out. There are some new crystals that I can order for wands or pyramids. There's jade, there's rose quartz, there's some selenite things, and there is aquamarine, which is so beautiful, and garnet. So I may be placing an order, but I was trying to get some feedback from you guys in the Blissful Knowing VIPs to see what stones you like and what you might be interested in. I have a really, really cool idea for a new meditation wand set for abundance that I'm going to see if I can order, but there are minimums when it comes to ordering. And so I was hoping to see if you guys had any interest and wanted to do some pre-orders before I make choices about what to bring in to the store. But anyway, so we are in a very, very, very intuitive month with the 11 energy, the psychic energy, and we are in a very intuitive year, the 9 year, which is enlightenment and wisdom and bigger pictures and zooming out. And since 9 is zooming out into that higher self and 11 is above the physical reality, this is really giving us a chance to let go of what we said before, when I talked about the South Node being in Virgo, being very much about the minutia and about little details and over analyzing. And there's my son watching you. Hi, honey. You're going to make me blush. And that perfectionism and that criticism. We're letting go of those shadow energies of Virgo. And Pisces energy, the North Node, which is our collective destiny right now for the next 18 months, is very spiritual, very intuitive, very much about the bigger picture, like the 9 energy, because it's vast. It's everything. It has no borders or boundaries. It seeps into everything. It's other realms of consciousness. It's other dimensions. So this is an opportunity for us to really step back from the nitty-gritty things that are going on and zoom out. So where the 2 energy in the shadow can get anxiety, the 11 energy, the higher frequency of the master 11 that gives us that potential, is the visionary and the futurist. So the message that was coming through that I was told to bring up today is there is a lot going on, and a lot of people's fears are coming up to the surface because that 11 energy is shaking everything up. And we have the choice. We can be in anxiety, or we can be in excitement. And excitement would come from visualizing the future that we want, because the contrast of what's happening is inspiring us with a lot of clarity about what we prefer. So anxiety is simply excitement filtered through fear. It's the same energy. It's your energy. It's filtered either through fear or love or hope or optimism or excitement or eagerness or enthusiasm. And so we get to choose. We are creators. We are creators, and we're here to remember our power to create. That's why we came at this time, because this is a humongously transformational year, humongously transformational time. Massive. And maybe you can feel it. I felt it so strong when we started this year. I was like, wow, there is so much momentum. Something big is going to happen. And I mentioned in the January live stream that the outer planets are all shifting signs, and we've got Saturn and we've got Neptune moving into 0 degrees of Aries, the creator degree, the very first degree of the zodiac. Saturn being the manifester and Neptune being the dream, manifesting the dream life, manifesting the dream world, creating the new earth. And when you look at, I want to say look at, okay, hold on. I definitely can sense, I will put it that way, that there are people living in the higher frequency 11 energy right now. And there are people living in the anxiety energy, which want peace. Yes, the 2 energy. There's nothing wrong with living in the 2 energy, but I see the anxiety versus I'm going to take my power as a visionary, a futurist, and I'm going to be excited about what I'm creating, because I know with all the clarity now what I prefer. So I listened to a podcast today and it was so wonderful, this visual. I loved it so much. They talked about this yin yang stone. And I wish I had one right now. I have this. We'll just use this. And so one side was white, one side was black, or one side said something, the other one said something. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make something for you guys and we'll do it because I think it's so cool. But even if you just visualize, hi, John, I was thinking of you before I came on. I almost texted you to tell you, wow, that's so awesome that you're here. Anyway, so imagine that on one side of your stone says excitement and the other one says anxiety. And if you're feeling anxiety, all you have to do is flip the stone over to excitement. It's like I said, it's your same energy, but it's what you're filtering it through. Are you filtering it through fear or are you filtering it through hope, optimism, eagerness, excitement, and appreciation? Hi, Aquila. Yay. So you can try this. It's so cool. You don't even need anything in your hand, but picture in your hand the words anxiety and excitement on either side of the stone. And I could viscerally feel, yes, I'm very sensitive to energy, so don't feel bad if you can't feel it. But I could viscerally feel, even with nothing in my hand, the difference when I visualized the anxiety being faced up versus the excitement being faced up. I felt the higher frequency of the excitement energy. It moved up in my body versus when I flipped it to anxiety in my head, lower into fear, nervousness in my gut, and also misalignment with my true self. That's where the anxiety comes from. You're separating yourself from your true core frequency. There's a separation. And that's why it feels like crap. So I'm here to remind you, like I always am, that we are powerful creators. And like I told you, I went through quite an adventure in frequency the last few months of the year, almost the last half of the year, really. Where I was shown how powerful I am, but in a way where I was creating what I don't prefer. And I said, I did this. I know I did this. And that means I can create what I do prefer. And since then I've aligned with everything that the contrast inspired me, so clearly to know that I preferred. So I'm so grateful, just so grateful. So don't forget you're powerful. And I want to also say that what we push against, we get more of. It doesn't matter if we like it or we don't. It's where we put our focus. That's our power. Where we put our focus is our power. And I always say that there's power in the post. So what does your Facebook say right now? What are you posting about right now? Is it something you don't want more of? Because if it is, you're going to get more of it. What we look for, we will find, which reminds me, it's Valentine's season. My Love is Everywhere book. I was looking for hearts. I saw a heart in nature and I wanted more hearts in nature. Actually, my friend found a heart rock and I said, I want to find hearts. And I started to see hearts everywhere. And so that's a perfect example of what we focus on expands, because I would see 5 to 10 hearts a day. And what I love about the book is we hid hearts within the illustrations so that the kids can start finding hearts right away and then go out and look for hearts in nature on nature walks and hopefully connect with nature and connect with their natural self. I think children need to be in nature. I think there is just so much that nature has to offer us. But as far as reminding us that we are one with nature and keeping us in our true core frequency, or at least a raised vibration. So my book is available on online booksellers, but you can also get it through my site, but you want to order that soon because it takes a while because it's shipped through media mail. But then I also have these little hearts, what are they called? Magical hide and seek hearts for heart spotting that you can hide around the house like an Easter egg hunt. Love, 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 love. And then there's a little bag. I don't think I have the bag. Yes, I do. That comes with my little hearts that they can collect their hearts. You don't tell them that they're hidden. They just start to find them. You hide them in obvious places and then they start to collect them. It's so cute. And every one, there's like 30 of them. They're all different patterns and there's glittery ones and shiny ones. It's so fun. Okay. So let's go to the cards, guys. Did I tell you everything that I wanted to tell you? Probably not, but I'm going to link you guys to the Blissful Knowing VIP group so you can see the colors. So I just want you to see the stones so you can see if there's any stones, because a lot of you have a bunch of them, and if you're like me, you want to collect like all the different stones because they all have different healing properties. And so every time I get a new order with new stones, I'm like, I have to keep one of each. I really love the jade, excuse me, and the garnet, and the aquamarine was just stunning because I'm just a big fan of teal in general. Okay. So we're going to do 4 cards from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance decks. Oh, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. What we have, what we want. Are we backwards? What we need and what we get. I didn't tell you guys. It's not backwards on there, but Facebook did, this is one of the comedy of errors things. Facebook did a change and they no longer let me do the setting where I flip the thing. So I have no idea, but I don't think it's going to, I think it's going to be backwards and I don't think there's anything I can do about it, which sucks. So bear with me, guys. Anyway, we're going to do our blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. And then we will do our challenge to embrace from the Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature cards, which is such a cute Valentine's Day gift, you guys. Such a wonderful gift, especially in this Pisces North Node theme that we've got going on for the next 18 months of spirituality and meditation and connecting with your intuition. All of these decks are great, and they're all available on the Deckable app for instant download as well if you want to have them digitally on your phone, which I highly recommend. It's so convenient. And you can meditate and journal with them on the Deckable app. I've also got my mala beads here, which is another wonderful Valentine's gift, but we don't have a lot of time because Valentine's is coming. This month is flying by already, I feel. All right, so we're doing our 4 cards from the Blissful Knowing. Hello, everybody. Hopefully it's not too dark just yet. One of these days, you know, the front of my house is very sunny, but because I have such lush landscaping, which I adore, I've got very tall trees, it blocks a lot of the light that comes in. It didn't used to be this bad, but they've grown so much. Full-size lemon trees. 25 feet tall, I believe, is how tall they get. Okay. I can't really reach most of the lemons, but my son is almost 6 feet tall. And I'm like, honey, can you go out and grab mom a lemon, please? All right. What we have from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. Oh my gosh, there it is again, you guys. It's going to keep coming up. And yes, it's backwards, and my OCD is very upset about this, but I'm going to read it. Ground yourself. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it going to show me how I can fix it? No, it's not showing me how I can fix it. No, that's not fair. Okay, so ground yourself, guys. This is what I was saying. We have so much fast energy. Oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about Uranus went direct. Uranus is speedy, electric, buzzy energy. Jupiter is going direct tomorrow, February 4th. This is huge, guys. It's been in retrograde since October, and Jupiter is the planet of abundance and luck and our belief systems and wisdom. So Jupiter is the great benefic, and for that to go direct, especially if you're a Sagittarius rising or if you are a Pisces rising, that is your ruling planet. That Jupiter rules your chart. If you're Pisces, the Neptune also rules your chart, but Jupiter going direct is very important for you. So if you've been feeling stagnant, we've also got Venus going into Aries tomorrow too. So it's a very shifty day tomorrow. And Aries is very fiery and excited and direct. Venus is how we relate to others. Venus can be your love language. Venus can be about money, and your self-worth, and Aries is about yourself. So hopefully you'll be feeling more self-worth. And then I think it's February 24th, Mars goes direct, and Mars is our passion and our motivation. It's our planet of action. So I think by the end of this month, we're all going to feel a lot more motivated to go forward if we've been feeling stuck. But even just tomorrow on the 4th, with Jupiter going direct and Venus going into Aries, I think we're going to feel some shifts. So that's exciting. So ground yourself is what we have. It's so important that we stay grounded, not just from a connecting to the earth and staying in our bodies because we have all this buzzy energy, but also in a practical sense of understanding that there's certain things we can't change and there's certain things we can change. And we need to focus on the things we can control. Because when you push against something that you can't control, you're only going to create more frustration, spin your wheels, and see more of what you don't want in your experience. And things can only get worse when you do that. Trust me, I know. I know this. I've lived it. I've gone through all of it, so I can come back and tell you guys, don't do it. Don't do it. I tried it. So being practical with focusing on things that are going well for you in your life and putting your energy there. Just like when I was focusing on the hearts, I've been posting a lot of baby videos because babies are making me happy, and joy is our natural state. And so the universe is giving me more and more funny baby videos because I've got my Humor Me group. So I'm looking for funny things. I'm looking for happy things. I'm looking for lighthearted things. So I'm seeing more and more of them. So ground yourself is our first card for what we have. A practical approach can benefit you at this time. Get organized and then evaluate what action steps you can take to make progress in your endeavors. A clear focus and careful planning will assist you in accomplishing your goals. Trust that the skills and knowledge that you require will be made available to you. Allow life to reveal the next step of your journey. Ground yourself, everybody. That's what we have. So hopefully that means we have grounded ourselves, because in January, it was the card, I believe, for what we needed. We needed to ground ourselves. So that I think it's saying you've done a good job, because we have it. So we are being more grounded about things, which I like. And the 11 energy of February is the opposite of grounding. It's above the physical body. It's up here, up here. So we've got to pull that energy down. And that's why before I do a session, I always make sure that I'm grounded and I'm opening up my channel to the energy to come through that higher chakra from the angelic realms, the higher realms, the non-physical realms. But I have to pull it down into my body through me to be able to speak it, to be able to translate what's coming through in that block of thought. So that's where you're grounding the energy in and bringing that into your physical body to take physical action. So we're taking the inspiration of those double ones and the 11 from our imagination, which 11 represents, from our visions, anything that we're thinking that's like that little cloud above our head. We have to take it and bring it down and do something with it, because if it just stays up here, we don't get the physical manifestation. Okay, so what we want is our next card. Ooh, love yourself. Love yourself. I'm thinking about the double ones of the 11. Love yourself. And it's the Valentine's month. And you know that everything outside of you is a reflection of what you most believe is true. So if you believe that you're lovable, if you believe that you're worthy of love, if you believe that you're somebody that people really enjoy being around, if you enjoy your own company, you're going to get that reflection. Confidence. Love yourself. I think we need glasses for this. When we love ourselves, life reflects that love back to us. Know that you are worthy and wonderful. Get to know yourself on a deeper level so that you can accept and appreciate all that you are. Put yourself first and know that you deserve all that life has to offer. Do not compare yourself to others. You are perfectly you and becoming more each day. Give yourself credit for all you have experienced and accomplished so far, and remember that self-love is the key to happiness and success. It sure is, and this is what we want. We want to love ourselves. We want to feel good about ourselves, and we want to get to know ourselves on a deeper level, especially with this 9 energy of bigger pictures and enlightenment and this North Node in Pisces of spirituality. We want to know who we are, who we came here to experience, to be, as who our soul chose to, the character that we came to portray in this life. And that's why numerology and astrology are so enlightening, because they talk about what we chose in our blueprint, our soul contract, what we came here, the themes, and the personality traits that we wanted to experience. Because we've been pretty much everything. We've tried it on all the hats and all the costumes in each life. We're different. But we need to know who we are so that we can crank up our dimmer switch and be our authentic puzzle piece self that I talk about with the Aquarian age that we're in. Not just Aquarius season, but with Pluto and Aquarius, it's Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. So it's about us being our unique puzzle piece, our authentic self, and operating from that true core frequency that we came here to be, that we came here to express. Okay, so what we need, pom-pom time. It's our first pom-pom of the live stream. Everything is coming together. One of my favorite cards in the deck. Blair, yay! Yay! And you made it the perfect time for the perfect card. Everything is coming together. I love this card. So this is what we need. What it means is we need to remember that everything is coming together. Things may appear chaotic and disorganized, but the finish line is closer than you think. Ooh, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Know that life is conspiring in your favor and gathering all of the cooperative components necessary to accomplish your goals and desires. Affirm that everything is coming together and that everything is working just fine. Adopting these beliefs allows you to work harmoniously with the universal forces that are supporting you in every way. Universal forces are supporting us in every way, so much so that they will support us in lack and limitation if we believe that we are not supported, if we believe that we are not worthy. They will reflect back to us whatever it is that we believe. That's how supportive life is. It's just a hall of mirrors, but it's showing you what you most believe to be true so that you can change your belief and change your reality, because that's how powerful you are. So when it says things may appear chaotic and disorganized, but the finish line is closer than you think. We are in this transitional phase right now, and there's still 3D reality, fear-based reality, solid reality, linear reality. All of that is crumbling and dissolving. Not even so much crumbling and dissolving as much as we are raising our frequency above it. So it's always here. It's that whole lower floor of the apartment building where we're going up in the elevator and we're living in the penthouse life, which is a very different life from the basement parking garage. So when you raise your frequency, you rise above those lower, denser realities that are fear-based and lack-based and about separation and judgment and war and all kinds of things that we don't prefer. So that old reality is dissolving in the way that the planet's frequency, the collective consciousness, is raising so rapidly now that we're getting so far above that it's becoming like when you get in an airplane and you can barely see the people or the cars. They become little dots, and then eventually you're above the clouds and you can no longer see any of that anymore. So it looks like everything's going to hell in a handbasket because it's all crumbling, because its vibration cannot be sustained anymore. It's not a match to the collective consciousness anymore. Let's say it's at a 5 and we're now at an 80, and you have to be within a range of 0 to 10 to see the 5. Well, if most of us are operating, the majority is operating above 60, whatever it is, I'm just throwing numbers out there, then we're not going to see the 5, or we're going to see the 5, but do not freak out, because it's supposed to be, it's like its last ditch effort to get our attention, which is what fear does. It's just like when my indoor plants, the hydroponic plants I grow, it's called bolting. I didn't know what bolting was until I started gardening. But it's when the plant shoots up really tall so that it can, and it goes into flowering state, and it becomes very bitter so that no predators will eat it. So it can spread its seed everywhere. It gets very tall so that the wind, the seed can go the distance. So it's like, hey, look at me, wind, because you need to see me. Fear's like, hey, look at how scary I am. Look at all these scary things happening, to try and get our attention, because they know they're about to die, just like the plant knows it's about to die, and they want to spread their seed. The fear wants to spread itself to be self-perpetuating. But if you don't buy into it, and if you focus on things that are wonderful in your life, those are the seeds that are going to grow in your life. And the other ones will, burn out, and they will just, they're dying. Trust me, they're on their way out. But we hold them in our reality when we focus on them. We hold anxiety in our reality when we focus on the things that make us fearful. When we do an emotional closet cleaning, when we do an energy clearing session, those are my 2 sessions that can really help you let go of fear. So that's something to consider. TheBlissfulKnowing.com is my website, by the way. All right. So what we get before it gets too dark in here, it's already pretty dark. Oh, there it is. There it is. Stay balanced. Stay balanced. This is the theme, because there's so much going on in the collective, and the 9 energy of 2025 can make you feel very disenchanted by the ugliness of humanity. It makes you want to just throw in the towel, because 9 wants to finish things up. It's like, I'm so done with this shit. But it's also graduation. It's coming into a new phase. It's evolving. It's evolving into a higher dimension, a higher level of reality, higher frequency. So the death process is part of it. We're just letting go of the old self. It's like shedding our skin. It's like the snake shedding its skin. And this is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology. So Stay balanced is what we get. Feelings of exhaustion, moodiness, and frustration can be indicators that your balance of giving and receiving is off. Take a moment to assess if you have been giving too much of yourself lately. If your energy feels depleted, consider it a message from your body that it's time for some self-care. Find what feeds your spirit, or simply take some time to rest and relax. Doing so can help you to fill up your cup so that you once again have something to offer others. So when we get too caught up in what's going on in the collective, it can drain us. And this is where the love yourself comes in, because it says love yourself in the card. And so it's taking care of yourself, pulling away from things that are stressing you that you can't control or change anyway. Remember, Bashar says, one of my favorite teachings of Bashar is you don't change the world you're on. You change yourself internally. You change your belief system, and then you shift to a parallel version of Earth that is aligned with your new belief system, your new frequency. There are infinite versions of Earth, parallel Earths. So when we push against the Earth that we don't prefer, it just holds us on that version of Earth. But when we let go and focus on things that feel good and we naturally raise our vibration as a result, we can shift to the version of Earth that we prefer. That better reflects our new state of mind. Stay balanced is what we get. Speaking of stay balanced, I'm trying to balance out my OCD's tendencies to freak out at the fact that these cards are backwards and I might never be able to get them unbackwards. Is that a word? Again, because Facebook changed settings. Lovely. But I can't control it. So there it is. Taking my own advice. Can't control it. Focus on other things. Like the fact that we're all here together. Yay. Okay. 2 more cards. Our blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms. Hi, Denise. Yay. Ooh, blossoming. Blossoming is our card for our blessing to remember. Our blessing to remember is that we're in a state of becoming. We're always in a state of becoming. We're always in a state of new dreams manifesting, new preferences revealing themselves, new preferences aligning with those preferences in the physical version of those, in the emotional version, even the feeling place of those preferences. So we're never going to get it done, as Abraham says. We're never going to get it done, and we're never even going to get it wrong. We're just constantly sifting through contrast, shaping our preferences, and aligning with the improved experience. And if you don't align with the improved experience in this life, you're still doing it on a vibrational level, which we're not going to go into right now because it's getting dark out. But blossoming is our blessing to remember that we are in a state of becoming. Everything is coming together. Everything is working just fine. We are in a very transformational metamorphosis, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle time. And so things do feel chaotic, but it's part of the divine process. Okay. We just have to flow with it, guys. Don't resist it. So what our challenge to embrace from the Love is Everywhere deck? Oh, awareness. Okay. So many words, so many ideas are coming to my mind. Awareness can be about being present in the moment. That's what originally inspired this, because you have to be present in the moment to see a heart cloud before it shifts into something else. But I feel that this is about awareness of your frequency, awareness of what you're focusing on, awareness of what you're promoting by advertising it, by posting about it and pushing against it, awareness of what you're creating more of with your focus, and awareness of your giving and receiving if it's off balance, awareness of your frequency. Am I in a state of joy? Am I overwhelmed? Am I in the anxiety versus the excitement side of the stone? Can I flip my stone to stay balanced? Can I filter what I'm looking at through excitement about the future? Oh, there's something I don't like that's giving me anxiety. Well, guess what? Now I'm excited because whatever it is, the opposite of it is in my future. As long as I turn my direction, I turn the other cheek towards it. And I remember saying to someone who was very upset, the good news is you just put a ton of happiness into your future. And it can be your immediate future. As soon as you let go, when you pull that rubber band back far into the darkness, the minute you let go, it flies forward that much further into the light with all that momentum. So if you struggled, it's like the rags to riches. That contrast inspires the improved experience. So even if things feel stressful, even if things feel like they're not peaceful, even if things feel unfair, even if things feel unjust, just know that you're putting such a beautiful world into your future. You are carving out preferences. You're so clear on what you want. And now we have to let go of that focus. The focus on the negative is only there to inspire our new preference. And then we let go. We don't push against it and get more, but we let go. And then we can align with that parallel version of Earth where we start to see more of what we prefer. So awareness is our challenge to embrace. Be aware of how you're feeling. Be aware of your frequency. Be aware of what you're putting out. What are you promoting, good or bad? By talking about it, by bitching about it, by celebrating it, by feeling blessed about it, by feeling frustrated about it. Where is your focus? Stay balanced in a positive frequency. If you're feeling like life is frustrating, that means your focus is on something unwanted and you need self-care. You need to love yourself because everything is coming together. You also need to ground yourself and understand that the contrast is only there to serve us so that we can choose what we prefer. It's a buffet. If there's something that you put on your plate that you don't like, you don't have to eat it. But if you keep talking about how much you don't like it, it's like you're forced to eat plates and plates and plates of it instead of just going, that's not for me. That's not what I prefer to eat. So I'm going to take these cards down just to say goodbye. I love you all. TheBlissfulKnowing.com is my website. I'll link it below. I will link the Blissful Knowing VIP so you can see the jade, garnet, aquamarine stones for the Oregon. I want to order the Metatron. I don't even have one in front of me. Metatron pyramids, but I did put a picture of it. The sacred geometry. I did put a picture of it in the Blissful Knowing VIPs as the first picture for reference. But like I said, I have a really, really, really cool idea for a new meditation wand set for abundance. So I'm hoping to get that. I use these wands every day. They absolutely help me with my frequency. They buzz in my hands because there's piezoelectric effect from these crystals being trapped in the resin with the metal shavings. When they have a piezoelectric crystal, it creates an energy field and it's amplified when it's trapped in the resin. So it's stronger than a regular crystal. So that's why I love Oregon. Plus, they don't need to be cleared. You can rinse them underwater, but I don't feel they need to be cleared. You can't always do what you want. I'm going to actually consider getting some selenite crystal charging plates, which I also posted. They're really cool. So John loves the wands. Yay, John. I know you're going to love the abundance collection that I want to create. One of them is jade. It's going to be so great. Oh my God. Okay. Getting excited. So guys, please say hi if you're watching the replay so I can say hi back. Love to all of you. Happy love season. Love is everywhere for your little ones, grandchildren and children, and even adults all love to find the hidden hearts. Especially fun when you have the magical hearts to hide around the house and to see the children discover them. It's just so adorable. It's like Easter egg hunt. So, and then they can make little crafts with them too. They can make little cards with them and things. They're little picture frames. They can glue them onto like a wooden frame. Okay, I'm rambling. It's dark. I love you all. I will read all your comments, so please do say hi. And thank you all for being here. And I hope to be back soon with some more daylight. This contrast of the darkness has inspired me to prefer better lighting. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.